32 laps in at the Brickyard 400, and Carl Edwards already in trouble. So many hopes for him coming in this week with the new crew chief, Chad Norris. They qualified second, but having an issue under the hood. Right now, Edwards in 36th, 2 laps down. How about this guy, the driver on the move, Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
Junebug is coming, Jack. He's up 13 spots since we started this race. He is on a rail. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is really making his way towards the front. One of the fastest cars on the track.
Kind of made fun for Rusty picking Jimmy Johnson to win this race earlier, saying, way to go out on a limb. We'll get to that in a second, but first, race fans, check out NASCAR.com/racebuddy to watch coverage live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Follow your favorite drivers for free with 8 live camera views. Log on to NASCAR.com/racebuddy. In the lead, we have the guy that I was making fun of you for, Jimmy Johnson. No surprise, he's won here 3 times before, so I just said it's kind of an obvious choice.
Well, it makes a lot of sense to me. I went down and talked to Chad Knaus and talked to Jimmy Johnson this week. This is the car that they won Dover, Delaware with. They said this car responded so well. Every change they made, it worked for them at Dover. They pulled it out of the line. Chad's been rubbing on this car ever since that race, getting it ready for here at Indy. Jimmy says he loves this car. And as soon as he got it on the track, it just handled perfect. So no surprise to see the 48 leading right now.
And he got that lead on an exchange in pit stops. He was able to pass Denny Hamlin on pit road. The one of Jamie McMurray has used some interesting strategy. Dave, what's going on?
Nicole, he was on pit road on lap 16. Now, there is a backward strategy you can use here to pit early and then divide up the rest of your day. But Kevin Mannion just told me the car was so tight, difficult to turn, that Jamie really wanted to come in and change, and that really forced that strategy. He said they can go about 31 laps on fuel, so expect them down pit lane about lap 47.
Ray, yay or nay?
You know what? It looks like a nay right now, because even though he gained time, he was able to move up because they took less fuel, came in at lap 15, he took 2 tires, but now as the run goes on, you can see his car is much slower than the guys on 4 tires. I think he's probably going to give those spots back plus.
It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, Alan.
Sure will, Nicole, and behind Jimmy Johnson, the race leader, fight beginning to shape up for the 2nd spot. There's Johnson putting a lap on Dave Blaney in the 36, and Kyle Busch. Remember, we saw the gap. He was behind Denny Hamlin, but now he's caught his teammate for that runner-up spot.
Yeah, Kyle was really fast in that first run. He had to make a few passes early on. Might have used up some of his tires at that point in time and kind of leveled off by the time we got right before pit stops, but seems to have an extremely fast race car. You can see what he's dealing with too a little bit as he get up close to these cars, you just lose the front end a little bit.
You see him reaching to the dash, turn on the switch. They can manipulate the handling of the car a little bit with these fans that they have. They can turn on and off the fans that blow on the tires. And if they've got a condition, say the car's tight, they can blow air on the front tires and try to help that. If it's loose, they'll turn those fans off, let those tires build up in the front, try to help balance it. See, Kyle is really flipping those switches about every straightaway.
Watch that top end speed. 204.
They're getting it on.
Yes, sir.
I like to look at that minimum speed. That's like 150 miles an hour through the middle of the corner. Pretty fast for a flat corner, 90-degree corner.
One of the things that always is so difficult to translate when you watch someone like Kyle Busch there, it doesn't look like he's working hard behind the wheel of that car. The G-forces and so on, as you're wheeling this heavy race car through these flat corners, it really is a physical force on the driver's body.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot more to it here than what Kyle Busch is showing. And I'm amazed every time that we look inside of Kyle's car to see just how easy he's making this look a lot of times. That he's just so talented and he looks so at ease in there. And that's whenever you can do special things like a Jimmy Johnson or Denny Hamlin or Kyle Busch.
Now Jimmy Johnson got to the exit of pit road on the green flag stop, side by side with Denny Hamlin. Passed him on the exit lane to take over the lead at Indianapolis. Caution flag is out for the first time at Indianapolis. Travis Kvapil's machine, those sparks are not normal. And they're not good.
Yeah, let's go to the garage with it.
Right front down. Pretty hard lick on the right side.
Question is, which came first, the right front down or the hit on the right side?
Yeah, he probably had to think that maybe he could have gotten into something and either ran over something or cut that right front tire. You would have to think that. Oh yeah, that right front let go. That could have been from overuse of the brakes or just running over something on the track. These Goodyears are pretty durable, so they're not just going to give up that quickly.
Yeah, the tire wear has been extremely good since they've gone to this new style compound. Haven't seen any issues there.
First yellow of the race comes out at the 100-mile mark.
Sure, this is a nice break for a lot of people that want to do some work on the cars, but probably a bigger break for Jamie McMurray on that strategy that he was employing there.
Yeah, it turned out to be a net gain. He's still in 18th spot. He was actually probably 24th when he made that stop. So it did turn out to be a net gain by making that short stop. He headed to the back, but he got a caution at the right time.
Leaders were not on pit road all that long ago. A lot of strategy here.
Yeah, you could see some 2 tires here, but I'm just watching these lap times, though, that there's so much to be gained with 4 tires that I wouldn't put 2 tires on my car.
We'll watch and find out. The leaders are in, Mike.
And Jeff Gordon saying he's still a little bit tight in the center, but when it does turn, he says he has no grip on entry. They're going to make a track bar adjustment. Also going to take right side tires and fuel on the 24 car as they complete service on the right side, and they're away, Vince.
The 48 of Jimmy Johnson. It's going to be a 2-tire stop for Jimmy. Liked his race car, Dave. Kyle Busch second, Denny Hamlin third. On the right side of your screen, third and second. There'll be 2 tires for Kyle. They want to bring him up a little bit because of the 2 tires, and 2 for Denny as well.
Kyle Busch having trouble getting away. There he goes.
A lot of black smoke coming out the exhaust pipe of that 18. It was flooded with fuel somehow.
Did it finally fire up? Talked over you. Did it finally fire up? Tell me who I came out with. Third, bud. Came out third.
Car takes off okay, then all of a sudden that black smoke is just it's loading up with fuel in the cylinders.
So you heard Kyle being told he came out third. Here's the scoring line. First, second. Waiting for third. Still under caution in Indianapolis. Reminder that coming up tonight on ESPN2 at 7 Eastern, the finals of the NHRA Sonoma Nationals. And then next weekend, a NASCAR doubleheader on Saturday night, ESPN2, 7:30, the Nationwide Series at the Rusty Wallace-designed Iowa Speedway. Always a good race out there. And next Sunday, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at the 2.5-mile, 3-cornered Pocono Raceway. Our coverage starts at noon Eastern here on ESPN. So stories to catch you up on before we go racing. Those cars you see in front of the pace car are taking a wave around. More on that in a minute. The guy right of your screen, the new leader, is Brad Keselowski. And Doc, they did not pit under this yellow.
Alan, he went from 22nd to first because Paul Wolf opted to keep him on the racetrack. Paul, why stay out?
Oh, we just, it's so hard to pass here. The car he felt was pretty good. We could get in some clean air, and you know, looking at our fuel windows and whatnot, we're in a position where we feel like we'd take a little gamble, and this race isn't very long, and we went so many green laps there. We felt like this was our opportunity to try something before it got too late in the race.
All right, good race car, needed clean air. Now he's got it. Dave Burns.
Doc, I caught up with Dave Rogers, crew chief, on Kyle Busch's smoke belching number 18 when he left pit road. I said, do you have any idea what it is? He said, no. I said, you think it's a problem? He said, ha, we'll find out.
Haven't seen anything like that, Andy.
No, I haven't either. I'm not sure what that was. There's definitely too much fuel in the cylinders for some reason or another, not being burned.
All right,
don't know if it's ignition or fuel related.
Sorry, I thought you were done there. So off the pit lane, remember we saw Kyle Busch, who came out across that scoring line just behind Denny Hamlin and Jimmy Johnson, but because he didn't maintain speed, where he came up to speed and fell in line is back there. Kyle's going to restart in 13th position. Free pass, 83 car landed Castle. 5 cars took a wave around to get on the lead lap. Give you those in a moment. First, let's watch this restart. Whoa, Hamlin up out of the groove as Johnson goes for the lead.
Denny Hamlin's still trying to get his car back down to the bottom side of the racetrack. I would have to say that he probably just didn't get those left sides cleaned off very good before that restart as he drove off into turn 1.
Greg Biffle, 16. Joey Logano, 20. Third place. And the Biff moves forward.
That was Jeff Gordon trying to follow Biffle and get inside of Joey Logano's. Got that spot. It looks like trouble now.
Clint Boyer. Caution is out.
Contacted the left rear.
Keep an eye on the left front fender, guys. Don't let it get tore up. Let me know where the leader's at. Just coming up a 4. Just coming up a 4.
Clint Boyer, 27th at the time. That intense action you saw after the restart in the pack. And obviously he got the worst of the shuffling and jockeying.
Behind the left rear. The spoiler's actually up a little bit. It'll be fine. Be fine.
See Clint trying to take care of that left front fender.
Left quarter down.
Left front's flat. You can see the steering wheel shaking.
Bringing out our second caution of the afternoon. Well, fans, the 5th running of the...
There's Boyer right on the screen in the 15.
There's where the damage came in the left front fender.
Flat. Inside. Hang on to it there.
So Clint Boyer, 27th at the time, now on the pit lane with damage. And the second caution of the race is out.
Four tires, come on. We got it. Make sure to get it up. Come on, boys. 4 tires. Don't worry about it. Pull it out. Pull left your quarter panel out a little bit. All right, let's go. You're clear. Go.
Trying to get Clint off the pit lane with fresh tires.
Left front fender's fixed already.
Before the pace car brings the field around and drops that 15 car a lap down.
Yeah, these drivers all know these restarts. There's 2 things about them. They're nerve-wracking because there's not a lot of racing room out there, but these drivers know that's a great time to make up some spots.
A lot happened in that last little stretch of the race. Clint Boyer bringing out caution for the 2nd time. Jimmy Johnson now back ahead of the pack here in the Brickyard 400 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.